morning. You're watching Amusaholics, and today we're back at Alton Towers.
Yeah, you're going to try and get on the Subterra, aren't we?
Yeah, that's right. Nemesis Subterra. It's been closed for many years. Reopened maybe about a month ago, something like that.
Yeah.
We haven't had a chance to get back down here for a while, so we're looking to be here today, and hopefully we're going to give it a try.
Yeah, get another go on Curse at Alton Manor as well. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, that's right. We really enjoyed Curse at Alton Manor last time we were here, so we're really looking forward to getting back on that again, just to see if it's still operating as well as it was then, and also might get on 13. I don't even on 13 this season yet, have we?
And hopefully the Runaway Mine Train. Choo choo.
Yes, let's go. So it's a beautiful morning here at Alton Towers. Sun shining. Got here a little bit later today. It's around 11 o'clock, and the people are really well dispersed. Nice to see they've got the benches out on the lawn so that people can use them, even though there's no events on at the moment. And yeah, our main purpose today here is just to give the Subterra a traction. Went on it many years ago when it first opened and was quite impressed with it. So it's got very mixed reviews, and apparently the reliability is not the best. But we're going to head through now, get on a few rides and give it a go. Just making our way into Katanga Canyon now. Heard a rumour that the waterfalls are back on the rapids. Really hope it's true. Been a long time coming, so we're going to have a look over there in a moment and see if it's actually back on. Pleased to confirm the rumours are true. Waterfalls are back on, looking fantastic. Rapids haven't quite opened yet, which is why the empty boat, but we'll head round now and give this a go. Maybe we'll get soaked for a change. Here's a quick shot from the other side.
Please remain seated.
So we've made our way through Katanga Canyon. Now we're going to give the Congo River Rapids a go. Looking forward to seeing how much the waterfalls being back on enhances this ride. Going to be our first ride on the Congo River Rapids of the season, and nice to see they seem to have some new speakers in place. The new soundtrack can be heard a lot more clearly, along with a new sort of narrating voice. Looking good.
I just took a ride on the Congo River Rapids.
Yes, certainly did. Walked through Katanga Canyon and was really pleased to see that the waterfall was running again. And got back on the Congo River Rapids, didn't we? And it did not disappoint. I mean,
I love all the new speakers and that as well. They've got like the new soundtrack. It really adds to the experience.
yeah, they seem to have replaced the entire sound system, which has been a really big plus. They've sort of got a bit of a narration going on round by someone who sounds Australian. And so just that really adds to the atmosphere.
Yeah.
You clearly see the whole system's brand new. All the mounting brackets are immaculate. The speakers around the actual area are sort of hidden under like jungle camouflage, so it doesn't distract from the experience too much as well, which is quite nice. But yeah, you can hear the soundtrack consistently, nice and clear all the way through, and it adds an awful lot. But what really makes it is those waterfalls being back on.
Yeah. I mean, you don't get soaked, just a bit of a light spray, that's all, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, maybe...
Well, that's what we got anyway.
Yeah, maybe if it bumped right into the waterfall you might do, but it's quite a high wall boat, so you're pretty well protected from getting wet, unfortunately. But yeah, it's the waterfall really does make a massive difference. It's just so... you're sort of in awe when you first look at it. You think, oh my word, look at that, you know. And you get your head through, and you don't get as wet as you're expecting to, but it just adds a really dramatic moment to the ride.
And the only thing I would say that could improve on is just add a few more water effects in some of the areas where there's kind of not a lot going on, and maybe some like lights in the tunnel as well. Maybe that might be
Yeah,
nice.
that's right. So a bit more in the tunnel would be good, and the slow sections would be a great place to put some water traps, you know, like some exploding water or some cannons or something, anything like that really. Some jets of some sort, just something to really like liven up those slow sections.
Yeah.
And help you get a bit more of a splash, because obviously it's a great way to cool off on a hot day.
Yeah.
It's the only serious water ride they've got here, isn't it? So, you know. Yeah, but all in all, massive improvement to Congo River Rapids, and I hope they carry on working on it and keep making it even better.
Yeah, definitely. Fun ride.
we are making our way back into the Alton Manor grounds. Curse at Alton Manor really impressed us last time we were here, so really looking forward to getting back on this ride. There's not as much of a queue. All the new queue lines not really being used. People are walking straight into the building, which is fantastic. Operations on this ride have been good. Still got one of the actors out, which is really cool. The gardener doing his bit. There we go, re-entering the Curse at Alton Manor. Still got the mist effects going in the queue line, which is nice to see. Doesn't really work on a sunny day. But it's really cool that it's still got the mist going, keep the atmosphere up. Obviously you have to walk all the way through the queue line now, which is probably a good thing because you can appreciate it a bit more. Soundtrack's still really strong, and obviously you've got all the gravestones and other Easter eggs as you go through the queue.
Turning of a new year. However, on the final chime of midnight, the manor appeared to be struck by a storm of supernatural proportions. All known occupants of the house perished. That is,
so we've got a mint green soft serve ice cream. Love the cone. A bit different. And Carrie's had the old favourite, cookie.
Yeah, I had one of these last time, it was lovely.
Yeah, they are really nice. They're sort of double layered with a sort of filling in the middle. Just about see the green filling, yeah. They're nice. So we just took a ride back on Curse at Alton Manor.
Yeah, what a fantastic ride.
Yeah, I love it. I think it's one of the best dark rides in the UK without a doubt now.
Yeah.
There's so much going on. And you know, this is the 4th time we've ridden it. You know, we did it 3 times when we came the first time. And I still saw things I'd never seen before.
Yeah, and I actually got a couple of jump scares this time, actually.
Yeah, I did as well, to be honest. It was really good. I was actually really surprised that after being on it so many times, that it still catches you out. I think it's just because there's just so much to see in there, so much depth and that sort of thing,
Yeah.
that ultimately it does catch you off guard. I do wonder, again, it might just be things I didn't notice, but it felt like they made some changes to it. I don't know.
I don't think so, really. I mean, I don't
It's
know.
hard to say, really. They might have done some tweaks to it, they might not have done. It's just, but again, I found myself surprised that there was just new things I was noticing that I hadn't noticed before.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's a fantastic attraction, a brilliant addition to Alton Towers. It's also brilliant that there's never really much of a queue. The operations on there are really, really fast. Capacity's really, really good. The throughput's really, really good. And yeah, it's one of those rides you can go on, enjoy, and just not have to wait a long time for.
No, exactly. Yeah. We only waited a couple of minutes, it wasn't long.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, it took longer to walk through the queue than it did to wait, really, because they still have the whole sort of graveyard queue open, even though it's not really being used now, which in some ways is good because it builds up the backstory as you approach him, with obviously all the Easter eggs and that sort of thing. But at the same time, it just makes it a bit of a walk as well, doesn't it? So.
Yeah.
But yeah, and obviously you love the shop afterwards as well. The antiquities shop is really cool. Lots of really cool things in there. We also went back to the coach house, didn't we? And we got a cookie again, and I tried a soft serve ice cream this time. Really, really nice. I don't know if it was a mistake, but it was enormous. It was the biggest soft serve ice cream I have ever had in my life. It was really nice, but it was huge.
You definitely minted on that one.
Yeah, I had a minted ice cream. But yeah, fantastic. Really enjoyed it. So again, quite expensive for an ice cream, I guess, but I think thoroughly worth the price, given the setting. You know, it had that sort of eerie green colour to it, which I guess mint is anyway, but it fit really nice. The cone was really different and really nice as well. And yeah, I think it's a good, really well themed area, and it's really nice that they have themed drinks and food there as well.
Yeah, I agree.
Here we are at the roller coaster restaurant. I think we'll give this one a try for a change. It's been a couple of years since we've been here at least. So we're going to head on inside and give it a go. Here we are on the roller coaster restaurant. So the network of different tracks leading to each table. All leading back up to the kitchen upstairs. Nice bit of neon lighting in here as well. So here comes some drinks and food. it is. Unstrap it, safety reasons. And we can discard the roller coaster trains for someone else to use. Here we go, round 2. Looks like our food might have arrived now. So, Kaylee's had the Chipotle smoked pasta with the garlic dough balls. And I've gone for the barbecue and honey goujons with fries. I'll let you know what we thought of the food when we finished. So we just had a bite to eat at the roller coaster restaurant.
Yeah, I'm absolutely stuffed. I mean, I had pasta and I forgot how filling pasta was.
Yeah, the portion sizes are quite decent there. It's not the cheapest place to eat. In fact, it's probably one of the more expensive places you can eat here at Alton Towers. But it is quite a spectacle, as you just saw. Watching your food come down on the roller coaster, through, down through the helix and down to your table. It does add a bit of excitement and a bit of thrill to the dining, which is really cool. In terms of value for money, I wouldn't say it's great, really. I mean, we only had 2 mains, a side, and a single drink because we got the drinks cup today. So we had a single bottle of Coke, the pasta, the chicken goujons, and a side of mac and cheese bites. And at full price, it's £39.50, so pretty expensive, really. However, you can usually do your annual pass. So if you have an annual pass, either Merlin or Alton Towers, and discounts on there, then you can use those there, which is useful. So with a Gold or a Platinum pass, you can get 20% off, and that brings the bill down to more like £31, so that's pretty good. But yeah, we enjoyed the food. I mean, it's definitely some of the best food you can get here at Alton Towers. I wouldn't say it's spectacular compared to some of the places we've eaten in the past, but I think it was, it was nice. Yeah, we enjoyed it.
I enjoyed my food. It was nice.
Yeah, and I enjoyed mine as well. It wasn't overcooked or undercooked. It was nice. The portion size was good, as I said. It's more just a case of you have to start at £16 a meal price point, really. There's no sort of in between with them, really, which is a bit of a shame. But yeah, all in all, I think it's one of those things where it's not somewhere you come every time you go because it's just a bit of an expensive side in that sense. But it's definitely something that's worth trying at least once.
They do kids' meals and that as well, so...
Yeah, and they do have an allergy-free menu as well, which is quite good. I noticed they ask the usual question when you go in, have you got any allergies? But actually, when we were on the menu, we did notice they had an allergy-free menu, which is quite good. I've never seen anywhere sort of have a full menu with that in mind, so that's a good idea, obviously. But yeah, so the menu wasn't massively diverse, but there was a fair bit of choice still, wasn't there?
Yeah, there's quite a few choices, and there's a bar as well, so they can make you some drinks there as well.
Yeah, you can get cocktails and mocktails as well, if you do non-alcoholic drinks as well. And yeah, I mean, the only thing I perhaps didn't like about the experience, I mean, it was really cool to watch, and obviously you get to enjoy watching other people's stuff to go to their table as well. But maybe the one thing I was a little bit unsure of is that you don't really get your meals at the same time. Kaylee had her pasta at least 5 minutes before I had mine, maybe more, which is disappointing because obviously you go to eat together, don't you?
Good news for me.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they got the priority right, didn't they? Bless them. But yeah, no, it's a nice restaurant, but I do think, usually with the restaurant you do get all served at the same time, and you just feel a little bit like they might be using the roller coaster gimmick as a bit of an excuse in that sense. But
It's fun. It's not casual dining.
yeah, that's it. It's casual dining, and it's and it is something unique to enjoy. So we've made it over to the Phalanx facility, freshly reopened, Nemesis Subterra. Over the entrance to the queue line. Currently a 30-minute posted wait. Over on the right hand side you've got the observation platform where you can view the progress on Nemesis. Really like this new 3D sign as well.
Welcome to the Phalanx Research Facility. You are now entering a restricted military area. Phalanx operatives will ensure your security at all times.
And no bags allowed on the ride. They've got a baggage hold over in the distance.
I repeat, any bags, phones, hats, sunglasses, any of the loose items into the baggage hold.
So we just took our first ride on Nemesis Subterra.
Yeah, it's as good as I remember. I really liked it last time, like, before it shut, so...
I'll be honest, I thought it was better than I remember, to be honest. There's the bit right at the end and the final lift back up. I won't sort of put any spoilers in there, but I was really surprised by that. It was way better than I was expecting. I thought that was, I remember it being basically over once you left the egg chamber, and that was really not the case at all, was it? So yeah, they do seem to have enhanced it a bit, which is really nice. I think they've got it running with less staff than they used to have possibly as well, which is positive, because it means the attraction's more sustainable from a cost of running point of view. And yeah, I mean, it had moments in there where there wasn't a lot going on. There's a bit of an issue with the restraint system as well. It's a bit weird because you all sit in a row of seats, but it's a little bit like Hex in the sense that it's a single lap bar on everybody. So they have to really clamp it down tight, and if you're one of the bigger ones in the group, you're going to feel it. So there is that, which is a bit disappointing. They could do with changing that at some point. I can appreciate they're not going to buy a whole new ride system right now, but definitely not a great design choice. But it doesn't really distract from the ride. We had a bit of trouble getting our sort of section locked in, didn't we? I'm not sure if it was the locking or if it was overweight, because they asked a couple of people to move over to a different side of the room. So it could have been a weight related issue, I'm not sure really.
Yeah, it could be like a balancing issue.
Yeah, that's right. But yeah, once it got going, thoroughly enjoyed it.
I would say do not go on there if you've got a bad back. I'm just going to say that.
Yes, that's to say, and to be fair, if you're wearing shorts like I am with your legs out, it's to say you're going to feel things more than others. Come a little bit sharp, if I'm honest. But no, you know, lots of different sensations explored in there. Pretty strong backstory, good walkthrough. A few areas a little bit slow, particularly when they take you first into the video room. There was quite a long wait for that to start playing, that sort of thing. But actually, I think it's a really nice attraction. It's nice to have another dark walk through with a bit of a ride in the middle here at Alton Towers. I really hope that when Nemesis is redeveloped, this stays to complement the story and doesn't disappear, because you know it is a positive addition, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I would say if you're a little bit scared, it's not too scary. There's a little couple of moments, but it's not really bad.
Yeah, I'd say overall it's not quite as scary as Curse at Alton Manor. I mean, it's different kind of scary though. I think that's the key thing. Yeah. It's very different in terms of the way it tries to scare you. I think sort of one of the scenes during the middle is pretty scary. It took me a bit by surprise. But the ride mechanism helps take your breath away, doesn't it? Yeah. So that probably doesn't help. But yeah, no, I think it's really nice that they've reopened this attraction. It's been really nice to get back on it for the first time in ages.
I'm so glad they've reopened it because it's such a good ride. I feel like it's sad that it's been shut for so long, really.
Yeah, it only lasted a couple of seasons, I believe, when it first opened, and it was a shame because it's just something different, you know. It is nice to have dark rides and that sort of thing to go on and experience. Because nobody really likes roller coasters, you know. This is something that someone can ride when they don't like intense rides. Yeah. So yeah, good attraction, and hope it stays when Nemesis reopens.
Yeah, let's hope so.
So we're going to head up now onto the observation platform, see what we can see from up there. Got a view of the Strawberry Monorail from up here on the observation platform. Here's a brief look. I'll get the other camera out and zoom in a bit for you in a moment, but you can see over there that they've laid quite a bit of the new Nemesis track now. Black and red design, looking really nice. So we're up on the observation deck. So there's quite a lot of new track in Nemesis now.
For your own safety, please obey all instructions given to you by the Phalanx operatives.
You can see the turnaround's been put in, but it's the track ends there. They haven't finished that section just yet. Nemesis Creature. It looks a little bit more vibrant on top. Whether they've started repainting or reworking on that yet, I'm not sure. Some more of the new black and red track. You get a really good view of the design from here. So over by one of the construction walls, with all different Phalanx posters. Let's have a quick look over the fence and see if there's anything to see. So in addition to Galactica and Nemesis Subterra, the Forbidden Valley is also home to Blade. Interesting take on the classic pirate ship. You see it's got blades at both ends as it swings. It's more like a death trap than a pirate ship. Yeah, still equally enjoyable, I'm sure. Sad to report, as of the 2nd of July, Skyride is still out of service. I believe they're having a maintenance issue where they might be waiting for parts, perhaps. But at the moment, still no sign of it coming back on operation this season. Hopefully they'll get it up and running before the end of the season. A few folks battling it out on Mutiny Bay today. So the battle galleons. And over on the other side of Mutiny Bay in the firing line. I'm not sure if we're quite in range, but I'm about to find out. Doesn't look like it. The sprayers have seen better days. Still a really nicely themed attraction. It's a shame the water guns aren't a little bit more powerful. Perhaps they need a good descale or something. Lots of wildlife over in the lake today. Got the ducks and little baby ducks. Some huge fish hanging around on the surface because it's nice and sunny. The exit corridor for Smiler. Keeps the illusion going that you're going mad. On the plus side, Marmalisation is complete.
So we just took a ride on the Smiler. It was advertised as a 45-minute queue, so instead we just did single riders.
Yeah, we thought we'd give a single rider a try. I mean, from experience, roughly single rider somewhere between 10 and 15 minutes per hour of normal queue. But literally today, we just walked straight on, didn't we?
Yeah.
Shame we couldn't sit together, but you know, we've been walking around all day. The Skyride's not open still, so we thought, you know what, let's have a quick ride on the Smiler and just, you know, not queue, be nice.
Yeah, still a good ride.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you're not too fussed about sitting together or you're on your own, definitely make use of the single rider queue. Massive improvement, and it just helps them build the trains up and make it as efficient as possible. If you want to do a quick re-ride on your own, single rider queue, pretty fast, so really good. Yeah, it's a super intense ride. Had a bit of fun this time. I went around and counted the inversions this time. Thought, oh, they say there's 14. I believe there's 14, but just for fun, I'll count them through, and yeah, sure enough. But yeah, no, it was a great ride. A little bit rickety on the edge. I wouldn't say sort of really rickety, but like starting to show a bit of age as Ghost Hours do, unfortunately. But yeah, still super intense, super thrilling ride. Very unique in the way you sort of constantly looping. And yeah, great bit of theming as well around the outside.
Yeah, unfortunately they didn't have the screens on in the middle section today, which was a bit disappointing. And it's every time we know anyway, so.
Yeah, that's right. No screens in the second lift hill this time, but you know, it's not the end of the world. But yeah, Smiler always a really good roller coaster. So over by the Oblivion queue line entrance. Posted queue time is 10 minutes. which is dramatically better than it was about half an hour ago. So I say we get on and give it a go.
There is no way out. There is no ending to this story.
It's always a nice added bonus being at Alton Towers. You can walk past the towers themselves. So we made our way over to Wicker Man. Last ride of the day. Posted wait time is 40 minutes. Well, been another nice day here at Alton Towers. Weather's been nice and yeah, well, been fairly busy. Obviously we're just coming into July now, so it's not that surprising really, and also being a Sunday to the weekend. We're here, it's quite busy all around this time of year anyway, because obviously school trip season.
Yeah.
So just watch out for that. If you're thinking you might have to avoid the rush by coming in the week, you're better off waiting a little bit really. Because you are likely to run into school trips, so it's probably not going to be any quieter than any other day, so I wouldn't go out of your way to come in the week. And yeah, the ride availability's been really good today, but the queue times have been quite long.
Yeah, it's a bit ridiculous. I mean, I think the longest queue time I saw was about 80 minutes, I think.
80?
I think so, and that was for Rita.
Yes, well, Rita Campbell done quite a bit of a queue, and yeah, I mean, they've sort of minimum queue's been about half an hour, although we did get quite lucky with the Smilo. We walked straight on there by using single rider.
And Curzon Alton Manor, we just near enough walked on, didn't we?
Yeah, that's right. Curzon Alton Manor's got excellent throughput, so that wasn't very long wait either. Oblivion we got very lucky with. We basically walked on that as well. Wicker Man was a bit longer. It sort of ended up being more like an hour sort of queue, but yeah, you know. It is. We are in peak season now. It's to be expected, but just be aware of that. Sadly, still no Joy of the Sky ride. Still waiting for that to finish its maintenance so it can be brought back online. Still hoping that'll be this season. But yeah, it's been a nice day really, and there's no events on at the moment, so it's just sort of stock themed Alton Towers. But yeah, it's been a pleasant atmosphere. Was really pleased with the improvements they made to the Congo River Rapids. I think that was probably one of the highlights of my day, really seeing those. It's really nice to see it back in its former glory.
Yeah.
So we saw some rumours earlier in the year of the waterfalls coming back, and then they weren't last time we were here, were they? And now they are, and I think it makes a really big difference along that and the new audio system, doesn't it?
Yeah, it makes a huge difference to the atmosphere of the ride as well.
Yeah. Curzon Alton Manor still brilliant, and also Nemesis Subterra, thoroughly enjoyed that as well.
Enjoyed that.
Yeah, it was nice to do something different. I mean, I do remember vaguely what happened, and it's very, very similar. They haven't changed anything drastically, but they do seem to, from memory, they do seem to have enhanced it, and I think it's got some good value sort of added to the park, really, with a more unique attraction. Well, I guess that brings our day to a close. If you liked this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. It means a lot to us and really helps us out and helps the channel. And yeah, if you have any comments or questions, then drop them in the comments below. We'll be happy to answer you as soon as we can. And until next time, we hope you get out and explore amusement parks and more. See you next time.